kind of asked about the Berglund line, you gave an honest answer.
Yeah.
In your past experience, you know, I think different players would probably take that differently, like a public honesty like that.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to get when you do that? What are you hoping to get as a response?
Yeah, first off, you know, I don't think as coaches we do something like that without already having communication and talking to the players. So, you know, they know where their game's at, and the reason we do that is because we have a lot of confidence. Those guys have been a huge part of our game, helping us get to it. The success that we've had the past 3 months, getting through the first round, and so we have full confidence that they'll bounce back and they'll be ready to go.
Mike, what did you like about Sanford in that first series, and if he gets back in there, what do you think he brings to the series?
If he gets back in there, he's a guy. Obviously, he's got some size, but skating ability. The games are fast. It's a skating team, and it's a team that skates to check, so there's not a lot of time and space out there. And he's got poise and execution. Whether it's on the wall and help us, you know, execute to get out of our zone a little quicker, allow us to get on the attack and get to their offensive zone a little bit more. And obviously, he's got the ability to make a play in the offensive zone and create something offensively. Just a guy that I think could help us get to our game a little bit better.
Mike, if Magnus gets in there, another one, he was talking also about one of the ones that can obviously elevate his compete level like the rest of the team. When he's giving you his best, what are you getting?
Well, if he gets in there, then he's another guy that helps us get to our game. His speed is again, it's a fast pace out there, and so his speed to get up the ice you know, it has a chance to make something happen off the rush, but it's a little bit more his pressure on the forecheck, his pressure to win races to loose pucks. You know, again, there were some things that we did well last game, not enough. There were some things we didn't do well enough. The difference was they got to their game better than we got to ours, and you know, I think both of those guys are guys that could help us rectify that.
How do you draw the line between making the necessary changes and overreacting to one game?
That's a good point. And we're not overreacting. You know, we've got a couple areas we have to adjust and be a little bit sharper in. But bottom line is when we look at the tape, you know, where we got beat was really around our net. You know, our box outs, our physicality was not strong enough, and theirs, we didn't fight for space nearly hard enough around their net. And so, you know, I think our puck possession in the offensive zone, we have to be stronger on the puck. We have to handle some of those cross checks that they're giving us and stay on our feet in those situations to allow us to keep some of that puck possession time in the offensive zone. If we do that, then I think we have a better chance.
You kind of touched on it right there, but I was going to ask you, when you're settling on your 12, what's the focus? Like, what are you trying to get out of the 12 when you make your decision?
Well, just again, for us, our game is not going to change. We might make some tactical changes, some adjustments. We might make some personnel changes, but the essence of what we're trying to accomplish as a team and the game that we want to play is not going to change. And so what we're looking for is people that are going to help us get to that game. That's what I feel like. Again, that last game they did a better job of getting to their game. We didn't do enough things to make it harder on them to get to the offensive zone, to spend time there, and we didn't get to our game well enough and often enough. So that's what we're looking at.
Mike, obviously, all your attention is focused mainly on the game at hand. Are any of your players affected by the flooding that's threatening St. Louis? And any thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know what? In all honesty, we haven't talked about it a lot, but I'm sure everybody is thinking it. You know, obviously, you get wrapped up in this and you start forgetting that there's some pretty big stuff going on there. But I think everybody is aware of that and concerned about it for sure.
Is everybody safe? Do you know if anybody's?
Again, we haven't spent any time talking about that, so I'm not sure. Yeah.
Mike, there's some things the coaches can do to get players going offensively. One of them would be, I guess, to give them more offensive zone face-offs. And do you think you might do that with Berglund's line tonight? Or
well, it's something I'm aware of, and again, we've said this before. We said it with Vladdy before game 2. We don't want to just ask people to play better. You know, it's one thing as a coach to do that. It's another thing to ask them to do it and then try to help them too. So we're aware of it. You know, I think that we're doing something. You know, in terms of giving them some familiarity with a line mate that they've played with, somebody that's helped them get to their game. I think that's one area too, and obviously we'll look for some situations in game that we can help them out as well.